Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. Do you ever open up the safe and look at a rifle and say, I haven't shot it, I haven't shown it any attention, I haven't done anything with it. It turned into a safe queen. And you know that if you put some energy and some money into it, you can bring it to its fullest potential and enjoy it like you did the first time that you picked it up and brought it home and took it to the range. And then it sat there. I found myself in that exact situation with my WASR-10 AKM. And I decided to turn it around and do just that. Put some money and energy into it, change out the optic, get a suppressor, put additional parts on there to not just tactify it up so it looks cool, but to make it user-friendly. So let's run through what I did. The first is a mag that I picked up from ATI. It has an anti-tilt follower. It's fiberglass polymer, and it's double the standard capacity. So you think about that and how much time you spend loading mags, it's double. Now it is heavy, and I was able to get all but 3 in there before my thumb and finger started to get sore, but that's pretty good. And I found that to be a big bonus. I also changed out the optic. Now I had a Trijicon SRS. A lot of people say that's a great optic, you know, a big window there, and I like the big window, but I didn't like the optic, and now I know why Trijicon discontinued this. Instead, I traded it out and picked up a Viridian MDS35. It's a big window optic. It's I want to say a green dot, but it's a green reticle. It's shake awake. It uses a 2032 battery. They say 30,000 hours of runtime. It's a great optic. It fits on that Picatinny rail, real nice. And I have a 3-time magnifier made by Sightmark. You add those two together, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. Now the reticle is, once again, it's green. It's got 10 settings, and here's what it looks like on the box. And here's what it looks like when looking through that big glass window. Now they have the MDS25. This is the MDS35. It's a little bit larger. The window is. It's quite large. Like that SRS, except this one works a little better. The handguard, the top cover, and the stock is all Midwest Industries. The stock, I've had this for a while. It's made of aluminum. It's got the butt pad on there. Everything is adjustable, and the stock will fold. All right, so you can cut down the overall length of the rifle, and then it doesn't lock into place, but it does have some tension there. You just bring it back out like that. Many adjustments, and then the top cover is where you get the Picatinny rail to put on your optics. And it actually connects to the handguard, also the Alpha Series by Midwest Industries. Now I know people are going to ask me, can I still access the internals if it's connected with 4 bolts here to the handguard? And the answer is yes. You push that button in, and then up comes, it just swivels up. All right, so I can take everything apart and clean it. And let's see, there we go. And clean it up and put it back together just like any other AK. It's not infringing on the ability to do that, but it sits nice and tight. So I think the optics, well, I know the optics are going to be fine, because that's one of the biggest complaints with AK is that the optics don't hold zero because there's a lot of wobble. Not so much with this. The Alpha handguard is super nice. Once again, you can put additional parts, flashlights, whatever you want on this. Sights, because you probably won't be using your irons there, but you can put flip-up sights. It has M-lock slots all throughout, made of aluminum. Very cool. Like these Alpha parts, not only do they look cool, but they're very functional, and they give you so many more options. So there's still a lot to do with this. I don't know that I'll be putting a light, certainly not a laser on there, but I could, which is nice. given everything else we got going on here. The 3x magnifier to me is really important when you want to stretch out. And the optic will let you do that because it has a bullet drop compensator on there. The suppressor I'm super proud of. It's a Precision Armament TiTrex. It's a 3D printed titanium suppressor. And it's very short, very light. I had to get an adapter because I wanted to put it on this AK. If I wanted to just throw it on the AR, I wouldn't have to do that. It's a direct thread, and it also comes with this additional end cap that is fluted. I don't know if you can see that, but it's fluted in case you want to add some muzzle flash to make it look cool, perhaps. But it will decrease the blowback. So the recoil, the perceived recoil, is less with a suppressor. I like this one. I think it looks super cool and it really functions well. Had it to the range a couple times. I haven't owned it long, but I really like what this offers. I'm going to do a full review on this, so I hope you tune in because it offers some I don't want to say features, but they're features that I haven't seen on any other suppressor, and I'll be proud to show that to you. So that's what I have going on. Everything from the mag to the optic to the handguards and the Alpha Series parts and the Titrax suppressor made by Precision Armament. Look at that mag. You just don't see those on AKs or AKMs. But I took this to a whole new level. I hope you like what I did, because it wasn't cheap, but I'm now proud of the rifle instead of looking at that and becoming disappointed with my own laziness with the WASR-10. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.